Ooh, my lips was dry. I'm still playing around with my lights, you guys, and my setup, but I feel like this is way better than last week's. Hello, hello, hello. Ooh, let's turn that over so we don't look too ghetto. All right. What's going on, you guys? Happy Monday. I did this last week Monday. This goes for week 2. Consistency. Gotta take those small battles. I feel so good. How are you guys doing today? It's Monday. Let me tell you, today was actually a really good day. It wasn't super cold. It has been bone chilling cold these past several days. I'm not complaining because it's winter. I'm just stating facts. It has been bone chilling cold. But I've been taking walks out there in the cold for 20 minutes, and it's getting easier. But like the tip, I gotta get better gloves and better socks because the tips of my toes and my fingers. Unfortunately, I had to cut some like a minute or two short because I really felt like I was about to go down out there, and that just let me know I did not have the right gear. And I get it. I understand. I did not get the right gear. So we're going to look at, well, first of all, thank you for joining me today. My name is Champagne. I am doing Get Rich or Cry Trying. This is the name of my channel. This series right here, until I can figure out what I love to do, is I read it on Reddit. Everyone has one. This is mine. I love telling stories. I love reading stories, especially ones where it's just like, that is some ludicrous behavior. So today we're going to go through a story I found on Reddit's bridal shame board. I've really gotten into Reddit. Like, I like true crime stuff. So we'll talk, and we'll even look up some true crime on here. But I like Reddit a lot, and I've really used it for a lot of stuff. So I've solved at least 10 crimes using conjecture from Reddit. Is it true? I don't know, but it makes me at least be able to let go so I can go to sleep at night. So let's talk about what we have. Oh, and if you want to see how I grow and you like the story, feel free to follow, like, and share. So don't or subscribe. I would prefer you for you to subscribe to this channel. I am on my way to 100. I have 78 subscribers right now. So if you could please help me get to 100, that would be amazing. So let's continue. Let's go. And let me see if I can share the screen, which is like dope. All right. We're going to hit allow. And then we're going to do that. And I'm going to do a quick check to make sure that this is sharing. Because I kind of want you guys to be able to see me too. This is my first time ever doing anything like this. So thank you for being patient. Oh, yay! Oh my gosh, I did it! I feel so good. Oh my gosh, there it is. All right, so let's talk about this. Bridezilla ruins her own wedding, demands bridal party pay her cancel wedding. Okay, like WTH. So I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger if I can. Oh, not too big. Please forgive me, you guys. My laptop is a little dated, but at least I got one. Some people wish they could have a laptop that works. So I am blessed to have the laptop that I have. Boom. Let's get into it. Starting the year strong, I swear. So my friend Data, already mispronouncing things. Let me get some water. My throat is like dry. Let me get some water. All right. Ready? Let's get into it. So my friend Dana, female, 29, was supposed to be getting married this past Sunday, January 14th. The wedding got canceled and things have gotten very crazy. Dana was married to Josh, male, 32. She's still in college with me and asked a few friends from college, myself included, to be her bridal party. Now, from the start, this wedding has been a disaster. I'm going to just point out a few of the crazy stuff we dealt with. Okay, well, We'll see what we got. She refused to invite my best friend, who she's supposedly good friends with because she thinks we're lesbian lovers. We're not. Who she's supposedly good friends with. So she's not good friends with her. And I wonder why she thinks they're lesbian lovers. Like, what? Because they like each other? That's wild, but okay. Two, she had us go to the dress fitting and then demanded each of us pay 2,000. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely. I'm trying to finish the sentence. Each of us paid 2,000. Absolutely not. Apparently, she had a specific style she wanted. I can afford it, but I won't buy a $2,000 dress for one event. Some of the girls in the bridal party don't have that flexibility with money. And if I had $2,000, I would. I could potentially spend it for one dress for one event. Um, but it wouldn't be this one. Like, you're not even, you're not even my best friend. It just really seems like she's just a friend from college. Did I miss that someplace? Yeah, she said friend. Absolutely not. I might have some friends over here who might feel some type of way, but no, unless you're my best friend, I'm definitely not spending $2,000 on I don't know, a wedding dress. No, you don't want me to be in your wedding. It's just I feel unless we are rich, what $2,000 is $20. I don't see myself spending that type of coin on a wedding dress for someone who's just a friend, especially if they're not inviting my best friend to their wedding. I'm not in the wedding if they're not inviting my best friend to the wedding that they say that they're friends with. It's one thing. I mean, truth be told, just because I'm in it doesn't mean you have to invite my best friend. So let me stop that. Just because I'm invited to something, it would be nice for you to invite her. That just seems like that's courtesy to do it. It's decent to do it, but if you don't do it, that is your right. Absolutely. Um, but I'm definitely not spending $2,000 on a dress for that. That's not happening at all, right? Let's see here. Where were we? Apparently, Giles couldn't invite any single females that were not blood relatives of him. So if he had any female friends, they were axed. That's a little bit weird. Like even if you feel like your man can't have friends, if he has a friend who was of the opposite sex and who was there for him like the whole time, and they wanted and he would like for them to share in that, I don't see what the problem is. I don't think there's nothing wrong with men and women having friends of the opposite sex. I feel like that there has to be a boundary between them, and you have to make sure you don't put yourself in situations because even though you might think somebody is a friend, and he's like, I would never look at him like that. You just never. Sometimes things happen that you is beyond the control of your own. So just be mindful, and it might not even be you. And I'm not even talking about you falling victim to somebody. They could fall victim to a temptation. And some of you might be like, well, there's no point in having female friends, and that might be. But I feel like human beings' feelings are complicated, and I'm a firm believer in you give people a shot, you give people a chance, let them get the chance to disappoint you. I know some people are just like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna let you disappoint me, Alfred. Mm. And that's and I get that. I get that. I'm just not built that way. I think everybody deserves a chance. Um, I don't. I no longer allow people to do too much to me that I couldn't bounce back from it. If I see that something's going to be an issue and I've seen what I need to see, I'm out. I don't care to really sit there and let it completely unfold in my face. So anyway, let's keep going. One of the girls in the bridal party doesn't drink because of her religion. Dana accused her of being pregnant in front of her parents and almost got her kicked out of her house. She was not pregnant and she dropped from the bridal party. She was a class act though, and never bad talk Dana. She just couldn't make it. We found out about it pretty much on the day of the wedding. Wow. Yeah, she did the right thing. She absolutely did the right thing because, bitch, what are you doing? Why are you running off at the mouth like this? You know what? And my parents, I mean, I don't have super strict parents, so but I would at least hope they like y'all know me better than you know her. And I get that sometimes kids, lie and everything, but give me like the benefit of the doubt. Parents, give me the benefit of the doubt. They probably, but I wouldn't be shocked if her parents were the ones who made her drop out. Because I would have made her drop out too. Like, no, you told her what it was. She she's not accepting yes for that's your answer. I don't believe that you're pregnant, but it's the fact that she doesn't respect you. She's not respecting what you're saying. Why should she be here? Like, why should you be still involved with this young girl? So that's what I look at overall um, in that scenario. I do believe that her parents probably told her that she couldn't be in it, and they were right. They were absolutely right. Five, she tried to make us cancel. And you know what? Sorry to go back up to that one. Dana probably knew about it because that girl, just the way she tells that story, especially when she said she never bad talked Dana. I feel like she probably told Dana in advance, but Dana didn't say nothing to anyone because once one domino starts to fall, bloop bloop bloop. But this is all conjecture, fun conjecture at someone's expense, but conjecture nonetheless. Five, she tried to make us cancel our holidays with our families sorry. She tried to make us cancel our holidays with our families to instead go with her to a destination bachelorette party. I work full time even during holidays, so I told her that was not happening. More of the bridesmaids said similar things, and she dropped it. That sucks. Like, I know that sucks. Like, I don't really find super fault with that. I don't think that she should try to make you cancel your holidays with your families. Um, I do think that maybe that could be something more of like I think it's something fun to do. It sounds like she has money, or she's marrying to money, or they're running in a circle where they have money. Because my circle is not like that just yet. We could not cancel last minute and do a destination bachelorette party. We could do like a black bachelorette night here in the city where there's like a lot of things that we're doing in the city, but we're not at the point yet where we could just be like, "Hey, I'm trying to go to Bali. What's up?" Like, I'll be getting there. I'm just not there yet. So it's coming up, you guys. Stay tuned. There's just five things of countless drama this wedding was having before the day. Mm. Now, the meat of the story comes from the wedding day. The day started horrible. Dana was having a meltdown because apparently the flower girl had to cancel because she has chicken pox. That bitch. Ah, the nerve of her having chicken pox. I just don't get it. I don't understand these people allowing their children to get sick like this, especially by chicken pox. Have they no shame? Have they none? Hmm. She was threatening to sue the mother unless she bought the sick 3-year-old to the wedding. Wow, she is a great A B word. Who would do someone's kid? I mean, I would be coming down there, but I don't know that my kid would. And me coming down there would not be a social visit, not by a long shot, because I feel like you're playing in my face right now. But okay. Josh apparently was able to calm her down from the starter outburst, and we began the preparations. Like, yeah, I'd be seeing her. Talking about my baby got chicken pox. Ooh. The whole day, she had constant outbursts. She made people cry, like wedding staff and bridesmaids. The maid of honor deserves a medal for the amount of diplomacy and bullshit control she had to do. I, for the most part, took the easy route and decided to work outside the bridal suit, like checking flowers, making sure food was okay. When my best friend got married and my other good friend, who I call my sister, got married, there was no stress. You know, well, not so much where it tested our friendship. Um, for my best friend, she got married like 13 years ago, I want to say about 13 years ago. And she's a very organized individual. Me and her had just like, gotten back to having a really good relationship. And she was very organized. She told us what she wanted. She told us where she needed us to be. I just made sure I adhered to everything because I wanted to let her know that I was serious about our friendship because I loved her. She's a very good friend, very good friend. And she was like, "Y'all need to do this. If you do this, is the merit?" Like she had rules. There were consequences. If you failed these three things, you would be kicked out the wedding. And like, I know people feel like, wow, that's pretty crazy, right? Um, but my friend, she runs a tight ship in life. Like she's goals to me. She runs a tight ship in life, right? So in her home, in her job, there's a certain level of respect she requires, she demands it, but it's not like she's rude or she cusses you out or she's good or ghetto or anything with it. It's just like, hey, these are my boundaries, these are my standards. You either meet them or you get out the way. That's my best friend. So, and to me, to some, her standards may not be reasonable. To me, I thought they were pretty reasonable because you have to worry about a group of 10 women. I think it was 10 of us. Maybe it was a good amount of us. And you have to make sure that we are all on schedule, because everybody isn't organized. Somebody's going to miss this date. They're going to miss a fitting. Somebody's not going to listen and end up with a red dress. And we told them the dress was brown. Somebody's going to show up with something that looked really provocative and a bit too much, you know. So she got to regulate that. So again, I didn't think her rules were out of bounds, but some might have. And based on what I experienced, the way that she was, the type of personalities that she had, the wedding went off without a hitch. There were a few issues here and there, but unfortunately, when you do events, sometimes things sometimes just happen. Sometimes things happen. I went to an event and as a coordinator, there's things you can't do. You just can't control sometimes. But when I was there, the food was like 30 to 45 minutes late. That's why I am a stickler about being on time. I'm like, you guys need to be on time. We need to be here because I don't like to play that. So let's get back into it. I could have talked the whole time. Let's get back into it. Let's see. I, for the most part, took the easy route and decided that. Eventually, I had my makeup and hair done. Then the bride asked for a little bit of time alone to decompress from the stress. We didn't even fight it. You could not see a group of women run faster away. The wedding was starting in 30 minutes, so we figured she would be fine alone for that little bit. I spent those 30 minutes just sitting in the chapel with my phone. It had to be about 5 minutes before the start of the wedding when maid of honor came over to tell me the wedding was canceled. I asked her what happened. Maid of honor, Dana was having a quickie with Josh's uncle in the room. Josh caught them. Oh no! Oh man! Oh man! If I was Josh, like man, I'm having beef with both of those persons forever. It would have been easier for Dana if she was just like, if he hadn't invested so much time with her, like if she was just like some trial up, it wouldn't be as bad. But like, this is the day of your wedding, and then your uncle Josh, dang, how like this your blood, and this is what he does. I wonder, ooh, I feel like if it was a black wedding, somebody would they tail would be beat on sight, ass whooping just thrown out like candy, just it'd be all over the place. I just stared at the maid of honor with my mouth pretty much about to reach the floor. She told me to run and that she was trying to get as many people out before things exploded. Why does it sound like it's a car bomb or something? Like, run! She's about to go off! He's about to go off! Like, that sounds wild to me. Just the way that it exploded. It probably, and explode to them. I don't think that's like fighting. It's just yelling really, really loud to each other and just. I don't think anyone threw hands. That would have been a story to tell. So I quickly got my purse, gathered the two bridesmaids that were carpooling with me, and we left like the devil was after us. I checked with the other bridesmaid, and all had escaped. Wow, like it, man, it was bride rag out there, huh? He just had to get out. That night, I called the maid of honor to check what happened, and the tea was bad. Girl, sip, sip. Apparently, and rightfully, Josh called off the wedding, called her a few names, told off his uncle, and has since left with his mates to, I hope, have the biggest single man party ever. See, I told you he was Josh wasn't about no throwing out hands. He was just gonna cuss everybody out very loudly. And you know what, you guys? I appreciate that. I appreciate that so much. Like words, if you throw words right, it can hurt a person. And I think some people they don't know how to throw their words right, or they encounter someone who is better at them with their words. So that's why they have to use the fist because they're just not good verbally. But I prefer verbal stuff like "May the better man win." Isn't that what fists of hand to hand combat is about? May the better man wins. Well, when it comes to verbal altercation, may the better man win. So in this point, Josh, yes, Josh, she is everything in the book, and then in your uncle. I go back and forth with men, when, especially when it's like hard to find a really good woman and kind of feel like you gotta just beat the brakes off of them. But we are not advocating violence on this channel, so whew. I feel so bad for him. He's an absolute gem of a man. He apparently also told Dana and her parents that she will be paying the cancellation fees. I know that's right, Josh. Make her pay. I won't be paying for nothing. And in fact, I wish he had a cell phone on him, and I wish he would have recorded it. And he would have sat there. This is why you always got to be in control of your emotions, because when you're a nine, you're controlling your emotions. You miss out on prime time opportunities. I would have videotape recorder, right? Had that right there, and when they come out and try to deny it, and I would wait for them to get done, wait for them to get finished, and as soon as they came out, I would check them, show them the video that I have, you know, tell her that we're divorced, we're done, and she's paying everything. I don't give a fuck. You're paying for everything, ma'am. You want to be hot on my uncle, Now y'all can have each other. Unc, don't even talk to me. We are not family. This is that's. I think that's so worse when I think it's horrible when fam do stuff with your partner regardless of who they are. But when the older does it to the younger people, I hate that because it's just like you should know better. You should know better to do that to someone who looked to you since you was a kid. Like you just lost all type of credibility, faith, respect, everything. According to Maid of Honor, Dana's father told her in front of everyone that she was paying for it on her own. I thought that was the end of it. I made the choice to separate myself from this mess until I got a call from Dana, not even an hour ago, demanding $5,000 to help pay her cancellation fees. According to Dana, it was our duty as the bridal party to pay her cancellation fees. For why? Ma'am, you got caught slipping. You guys caught slipping on your pimping, and here we are. I obviously told her no and that she might as well lose my number. I am never speaking to this woman again. This has pretty much been the reaction of all her bridesmaid and the maid of honor. By the way, maid of honor, Josh's older sister. So what? So first of all, the audacity, Dana, wherever you are, the audacity of making them pay your fees. Oh, Josh. Like this, I'm so glad this happened and let's talk about a bullet dodged. Josh dodged a bullet. Okay. Like he could have married her, and it sounds like she was about money. She was about money. She's a horrible chick to be doing something the day of her wedding with his family. And the fact that she had an intention to do it. She was intending on doing it. She set them up, talking about go out, I need to decompress so she can knock boots with the uncle. And then my question is like, how did Josh know to go check? Josh caught them? How did Josh know to check? That's the question. So up here it says, let's go back 5 minutes before the start of the wedding, when the maid of honor came over to tell me that the wedding was canceled. So that means, so usually when it's, and I'm sure it's not five minutes, like literal 5 minutes. I'm sure it just means right before the wedding gets to start. So in my mind, I'm thinking everybody's getting ready to line up, and the groom is in his respective place, and the bride is traditionally in her respective place because it's bad luck for the groom to see the bride. And then usually when the wedding starts, the groom is already out there at the front waiting for the bride to come down. All right. So if the bride was in the back getting her jollies, how did Josh know to go in the back and check on his bride to be? I think someone told him. Who? I feel like it was the maid of honor. Because, like, the fact that she was the one notifying everybody, I feel like the maid of honor probably don't really like her all like that. I'm about to create a wild idea. The maid of honor probably didn't like her all like that, right? So what she did was she probably was minding her own business and went to go get a girl to check on her. Saw she was bumping uglies with the uncle, and she was like, "It's go time." Ran to get her brother because she really don't like her. I'm like, "Oh, girl," or she tolerated her at one point, but this wedding really showed her who she was, or she been didn't like her, and she was like, "My brother won't believe me, but when he sees this, he gonna believe me." She gonna run. Talk soon, bro. You need to come here right now. Just come right now. Run back, push his door open. He's over there. His uncle is over there going in on the bride. Because I mean, and you know what? But that's a wild assertion. I don't know, you guys. The chapel could be very small because they did say it was a chapel, so it could be a small place where you have no choice but the groom to walk past the room. So he could have like walked past and saw something or kind of peeked and see that. But I will say this for certain: I don't care how he found out. I'm glad that he did. Okay, because his he would have been screwed. She would have married him. She would have been on that type of demon time. He probably would have shook him down for some money and only married her for a little bit because it sounds like they got money. It sounds like there's a whole bunch of money in this mother trucker. Okay, that's what it sounds like. So shout out to Josh. I'm so sorry, Josh. I know that doesn't really feel um, great to hear or to know that that happened to you. But please, please, please look on the bright side of things. This chick, if she don't pay those cancellation fees, take her to court and make her run you your coins, okay? Because you are entitled to that. So shout out to you. Shout out to those bridesmaids who really like. I've dropped out of weddings before. I was in a lady's wedding and she had a lot of requirements and I was like, hey, I just realized I don't like you. So this is just not gonna go for me. It's just really not my thing. So ladies, good job holding together. I'm sorry you guys had to go through this. And back, Josh, I'm so sorry you have to go through this, man. That really sucks. And I'm sure he loved her at least to a certain point. I mean, he was about to marry her and she done let this good man go. Let's see what some of these comments says. Oh my, I like the description of how the bridesmaids made a quick escape. That was a close call for Josh. He was about 30 minutes from making the biggest mistake of his life. Yes. Oh my goodness. You should check with the maid of honor and find out how long the thing with her uncle had gone on and what the fallout was there. Right? And it is the being controlling of Josh when it comes to single women was probably a projection. Exactly. I feel like when people are just like no men or no women, I feel like it's a projection because if you have a basic respect for those individuals, that wouldn't be it's not a thing. I'm thinking about those $2,000 bridesmaid dresses. Nobody cares or remembers what the bridesmaids wore. I absolutely do not care. I do not care. Cancellation fees, even at 30 minutes of ceremony, all the vendor supplies and setup are there and ready to roll. They better have charger full. Oh yeah, I as a vendor for events, you would just be out of business. You'd be out of luck because you're getting the full bill. I can't take a cancellation and pay for it because I had to rent all of these things to come out here for you. I had to rent the van. The storage doesn't care about cancellation fees. I've got to pay my employees. My employees don't care about the cancellation fees. Cancellation fees is prior to me coming to the event, prior to me setting up. That's what cancellation fees are. Not I come set up and now 5, 10, 20, 30 minutes before the event starts is, you know what? Never mind. Now, if you cancel on me before, I don't charge people a cancellation fee, but I don't refund their money back. I do require 50% upfront, and I do not refund their money back. Only if there was an issue on my end would I refund their money back. But thank you guys for watching. I really hope they they find somebody new for Josh. For Josh, you know what? Take some time. I know you're probably hurt. I know Josh will probably, he's 32. He's not going to get married again for a bit. So take your time, Josh. Don't let that little trollop deter you from the day that you're having, man. Don't let that happen. Let's close this. Stop. There we go. Yeah. So don't let this one life, this one situation deter you from um, being in love and finding someone for you. We all are going to go through hurt and in one place in one way or another. And sometimes we hold on to that hurt tremendously. And we tend to take that hurt into new relationships and we make that new person pay for that old hurt versus stop dating, right? Right. I never understood how chicks get out of one relationship and jump to another one because I'm like, are you not hurt? Are you not sad? The same thing for guys. I don't understand that. Take some time to just be free, work on yourself, reflect on your relationship. What were some of the issues that you had? Can you work on some of those issues? Take the time to worry about you and what you have going on. There's a lot of people out here who are hurting really, really bad. And they don't know how to get better. And because they don't know how to get better, um, they can't find the ones for them. And I'm so sorry about that. But thanks again for joining me today. I will be back next Monday, same time, 9 o'clock. If you like what you see, and if you just like to join in some of my little interesting Reddit on Reddit videos, feel free to subscribe, like, and comment. Thank you so much, you guys. Be safe, be sound, be loved. Bye.